So Patrick, not your first time out here in Colorado
Yeah.
Springs. How's it going for you this time around?
I think this time around it's been really good. Coming back for my third time, not acclimated to the program, and really looking to show what I can do out here and compete against the best players in the country, and just really competing out here with my brothers, and it's just been a great experience.
How has your mindset evolved going into these camps, with each one that goes past?
Yeah. Here it's just be acclimated to the culture. Just infuse yourself into the culture and just be a team player, because there's never enough room for players at camps that can make the right play. So if you're just always making the right play, odds are you'll be successful.
It feels like, just from watching you from the opening tip, you looked really comfortable out here.
Yeah.
You're pushing into transition. You're making open shots. You're making other guys better. Do you agree? How does your comfort level evolve down here?
I think comfort level has just grown each time I came out here, and just hitting shots, gaining more confidence as every shot falls, and just being acclimated to my teammates, because I've been with them 2-3 years now. So these are all the guys that I've brought up through my class, 2021, 2020. I've been around for a long time, so I'm just really comfortable with them. And just every time I come out here, I show a new part of my game. As that comfort level grows, I'll continue to show new parts of my game.
What do you think the next step in your evolution as a player is now?
Yeah, I think so. Defensively, just being able to switch off 1 through 4, 1 through 5 is the main goal, definitely. And then offensively, just becoming more of a off the dribble threat, because I know I'm a good straight line driver, good shooter. Just creating that extra shift to create space for my teammates, and just becoming the ultimate offensive threat.
When did you first start getting notoriety on a national level for your basketball talent?
I was pretty well known in Illinois in 8th grade. Didn't do much nationally at that point. But kind of my freshman year, after my freshman high school season, AAU came around. This one, first rankings came around for my class, and that's kind of when I kind of grew in popularity, I guess. And then I guess the Duke offer, because I believe I was the youngest player to get an offer from Duke, so that kind of boosted my notoriety, I guess. But I guess just overall, just staying the course and just playing basketball. That's all you can ask for.
Is it hard to stay grounded, when everybody's telling you how great you are all the time, and you're the number one ranked player in the class or whatever, depending on who you talk to?
Yeah.
Is that, how do you continue to build on that? And, because it's a long road for you, you have a long ways to go.
I'd say that gets to a player when they don't understand who they are. So I'm very self-confident about who I am, no matter what the ranking says. I always have ultimate confidence in myself. And I believe that part's easy when you have great parents like my dad and my mom that just filter everything for me. They just do a great job of keeping me grounded, allowing me to be humble, allowing me to be a kid, and just playing the game I love at a high level.
Any players that you really enjoy watching play, either in college or in the NBA?
Yeah. NBA, I've really liked, I've liked Zion. He's been really fun to watch in the preseason. But I've definitely liked the evolution of Zach LaVine lately. I just like everything about Zach LaVine coming from UCLA, coming into the league, just being known as a dunker, and then now growing into a repertoire of being a 20-point per game on any night player. So those are two guys I'm really looking forward to. And then I think in college, just kind of watching my dad's team. I've been really fascinated with them and how they're developing. I just love watching their practices. So.
Sure. What about guys, at your position, guys that play your role? Anybody that, when you sit down and watch NBA, any guys that you look at and you study them, you say, maybe I can play that kind of role early on in my career if things go the right way for me?
So I'm going to be watching a lot of Michael Porter this year, seeing how he does, seeing how he operates with the Denver Nuggets. A lot of Jason Tatum, a lot of Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton. Just a lot of the guys that are crafty scorers, not necessarily the most athletic, but get it done. I'm also looking more towards Marcus Aldridge, seeing what he can do in the post, just becoming the ultimate offensive talent.
We've seen basketball really evolve in the past few years. It used to be like you're a stretch 4, or you're a stretch 5, or you're a 3-man, or you're a point guard or 2-guard. Now it's kind of, everything's kind of gotten blurred, and where do you fit into that? Everybody's trying to get as much size and shooting on the floor as possible. And so, how would you feel, playing as a stretch 5 for stretches, or being a 4, alongside another athletic guy? Like, obviously you have the perimeter game, you can handle, you can pass, you can shoot, you can do a lot of different things. Where do you see yourself going in that regard? Because you might still be growing.
Yeah. There's a lot of new ways that this evolution of basketball has brought to us. Stretch 4, 3, stretch 5, even at times. I just think versatility across the floor is never a bad thing. But one thing my dad always said is the position you play is the position you can guard. So being able to guard 3s means I'll play a 3. Being able to guard 4s means I can play a 4. But I just feel like anytime you're playing basketball offensively, motion, flow, if you're just spacing the floor, there's really positionless basketball. So if you're spacing the floor, there's a lot of great things you can do, whether you're 4, 5, 3, no matter the position. So, I just feel like plugging myself into a position where a lot of spacing, a lot of movement, I'll just be successful offensively.
Great stuff, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.